Qingdao, we are back. Today, we are looking at 5 convenient things you will find all over China. This city is a very modern city, which is ranked number 2 in Shandong province, Jinan being number 1. It's beautiful and shows a lot of German architecture, but this coastal city is similar to my hometown. That's why I decided to live here. So, let's dive right into that top 5 convenient things in China.
Okay, so the first thing we do want to start with today is our rent-a-bikes. Now, I'm in front of the mall. Usually you would find them on this side or the other side of the mall or close to the subway. So all of these bikes here are delivery bikes. And hi! Hello, nice to see you. Oh, I just saw someone I know. And most of these bikes are delivery guys, and you can see some of them actually have the keys in here. Like, so there's one too, you see. So people just leave their bikes here. They know no one's gonna take them because they all belong to delivery people. I mean, no one's gonna steal your bike. It's kind of odd, very odd thing to happen here. And I think most of these belong to Meituan and Ele.me, which are the 2 delivery companies. But we want to find, and these belong to people, some of them belong to people, but we want to find the rent-a-bikes, which are actually the blue bikes. So I'm just gonna walk down here. There should be 1 or 2 down here because people kind of move across. Sorry. And I want to show you actually how to use these, how to purchase these. And remember, when you come to China, people use 2 apps for buying and paying things or renting things, which is WeChat and Alipay. Wow, this woman almost let her bike run away. That was kind of weird. Here's one right here. Now, these are quite simple to use. You kind of need Alipay, which is the app that they use here, which is Zhifubao, and you can scan this code, or you can scan the code on here. How to rent one of these bikes. And then we kind of going to take a little drive, and I'll try and record that as well. So we need this app called Alipay, and I'm just gonna scan this. You can see I scanned it on Alipay. It's gonna ask me to accept the terms and check the...
Hello.
There we go. And I just actually rented it. Just asked me to check the location of the bike, and then I can make sure. And on my phone, I'll show you later how much it actually charges. I think it charges per K, I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna scoot this back, and I'm gonna drive down this way so we can have a good look at the view. Can I put my phone in here? Yeah, I can. Oh, it might fall out. So I'll just keep it in my hand. And these ones, they actually have a battery on them. So they kind of have electric. So I barely need to pedal, and it will just shoot me forward like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a drive down here. I'll show you the bike lanes. I just want to tell you a few rules with this bike, the rent-a-bike. Number 1 is I said that it charges you per K, which is still very cheap. I don't know how much it is per K, but I've used these bikes so many times and it was always very cheap. The second thing is they have a certain distance. So I think the distance is big enough for you to drive around in this area. And these people hear the bell, but anyways, it's big enough for you to drive in this area all the way down to the beach and around these blocks here in the city. But usually we only saw 2 or 3 over there. Usually at the subway station there will be a lot more of these bikes, like 10 or 20, because people hopped off the subway and onto these bikes. Number 3 is they only have certain parking areas. So on the map I will show you the parking area, and they have designated parking areas. This is not one, so I'll probably have to drive around that way, but we can drive around that way. And I will show you on the screen. You can see you need to park it at a very specific spot. That way you can't just drive around and park the bike at your house, okay? Or something like that. They need to be where people can access them very easily. They are for the public, not for personal use. So mostly tourists will rent these bikes because it's so convenient. So I think there's a parking spot right up there, and you will see a sign that says parking electric bike or parking rented bikes. So I'm gonna stop right here this is the mall right here to my left. We're gonna go into that mall and we are going to go on to the next convenient thing. But this is the number one convenient thing for me since I've got here to China. But I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so we are back. I'm right in the mall now. And number two, the second really convenient thing I really like is what we call rent a power bank, which works really similar. It's lunchtime now, so there are a lot of people here. But I'll show you a couple of these. You can see them all over the mall. But there's one right there, 3 actually. And they are mostly at restaurants, places where you can eat, sit, relax, places of entertainment. And in case you need to charge your phone and you're out in the mall, you can actually just rent one of these to charge your phone. And they are usually yellow. So here's another one right here, you can see. And they are quite big. This one is pink over here. You can see right there, it's pink because the brand is pink, I think. But you can rent them. They're very cheap. I think it's about 2.5 yuan for 30 minutes. So an hour will cost you 5 yuan, which is absolutely, it's just so cheap. And you can walk around the entire mall with this power bank. Anywhere you can go in the mall with it, but you need to put it back into that little yellow box. So we're gonna take a left here and I'll show you how to rent one. So we actually decided to come back into the mall because that street I wanted to go into was very windy. So I think it would affect our audio quality of the mic. So I decided I'm gonna try, wow, there are a lot of people here. I'm going to try to get one of the power banks at the restaurant. It'll be much quieter. Like there's one right there. And I'll show you how to use it. Once again, I'll show you how to rent it. And I'll record it on my phone so that you can have a look as well. Now these are all rent-a power banks. This one here, you can see, and these ones over here. So we are gonna rent these ones and we're gonna use Alipay. I'm just gonna show you on my phone once again. And then I'm gonna scan this. And you can see some of these are actually charging. I'm gonna press next. It wants me to register for VIP. I'm gonna go back and then I'm gonna click accept and should pop out one of these. There we go. Gonna grab that one right there. And I'm actually just gonna close this on my phone and then leave my phone over there for a little bit. And I'll show you this one. This one actually has 2 ports, but usually they have like 3. Usually they have 3, but this one has iPhone and Android. And usually there's another small one they use for something else, like maybe the MacBook, I think. And I'll show you how big it is compared to my phone. This is my Pro Max, you can see. So you can use this, you can walk around the entire mall. And the good thing about this is you can put it anywhere at any power bank machine. You don't have to take it back to that one specifically. You can take it to another one, a different store. So we are going to walk down here and then we are going on to the next convenient thing in our video. So I'll see you there. So another really convenient thing, number 3, is the self-scan pay and checkout area. I'm in the fruit section right now. I'm just gonna grab some bananas. I wanted some bananas. Wow, those blueberries are quite expensive. So sorry. I'm gonna grab these over here. They're quite cheap. This guy just blocked my my view. But I'm gonna try and show you how the machine works for the checkout self-scan area. And this is very normal in China. You'll find it in mostly supermarkets, some malls, but mostly the expensive malls and the supermarkets will have the self-payout and checkout. I'm gonna try and get the whole view of the checkout machines, and you can see a lot of people are using them here. Okay, I'm gonna put my water down. You can see there, that's not mine. I'm gonna touch the screen, I'm gonna scan. No more items, I press next. It's gonna ask me Alipay or WeChat. You can see over there, I'm gonna click Alipay. I'm gonna take my code out and I'm gonna scan. There we go. Simple as that. It will print my receipt, grab that, and I can go. So that's how that's how they use the machines. Once again, it's very convenient and no one's gonna steal anything. There are cameras everywhere. And you know, Chinese people use this whole trust system because I've actually never seen someone commit a crime here. And I wish I can say the same for most countries, but that's just one of those things here. I mean, it's convenient and I really like it. But on to the next one.
Now we are in the underground parking, and you would think to yourself, what is convenient about the underground parking? Well, there are two things. Well, there's quite a few actually, but we'll start with this one. There's a board that shows you how many parkings are free up this way, how many parkings are free this way, okay? The light looks a little bit weird on my phone, but it doesn't look like that in person. I think it has something to do with the LED board. They also have all these little red lights. We're gonna walk down here. I'm using my phone because the GoPro's light is not very good down here. You can see all the little red lights. That means that that parking, specifically that one, is taken. And I think this is very convenient. All you have to do is look for a little green light, like that one over there. And that one shows the parking is empty. So let's have a look. It's green. Yes, it's an empty slot. So usually when people drive down here, all they need to do is look for that little green light, and they know that that parking is free. So that is our next little two convenient things that you find in the parking, because so many people have cars here and it can be very inconvenient finding parking. And some AI cars can even recognize these little LED lights and they can park themselves using that signal. See you on the next one. Okay, so the last thing that we do want to cover today for our video is something I think it's not convenient for me, but if you have a kid, and I think it's very convenient for you as a parent, especially if you have a boy. And this is where we rent a PlayStation or an Xbox, and you can actually sit down and play in the mall. I don't know when this thing started. He's playing Wukong, this kid. I don't know what they're playing over there. But I don't play here because I'm an adult. So usually I would play at home. But if you have a kid, if you have a son, you can bring them over here. They can play here instead of buying them a console for playing at home. Now I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to some restaurants or game centers to play this. But if you want to play on a console, they never really had consoles. So if you want your kid to play on a console, you can actually come here. They can chill here for an hour or two while you do some shopping. They're very safe. There are some people supervising this area, so you can just tell them to watch the kid while they play. So that's one of the really, really cool things if you're a parent. And it's a very core memory for a 90s kid, coming to the mall or going to a restaurant and playing console games. So I think this one is worth a mention, especially having them PS5s here and having such big screens like OLEDs, as you can see. But that's the last one for today. You can see this guy's playing Taxi. That's the last one for today. And I think we've covered 5 or 6 very convenient things that you find in China. And in my country, they don't have any of these things. They had consoles at some restaurants, but the very expensive restaurants. But here it's very cheap. You just scan the code with Alipay and you can let your kid play there for an hour or two. Very cool. So I'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye.